So I'm going to start off this video saying, A, this, my channel and my content are not for the ages under 13. 2, this will be a spoiler warning, so you have been warned. And 3, all the rumors or spoilers or whatever you heard before the movie release came out is most likely true. Because all the spoilers, which has been a few that I've heard since about the Rise of Skywalker before I actually went and see it, has turned out to be true. That said, let's get into the trailer. So, this is supposed to be the end of the Skywalker saga, or story. And, to be honest, when the Emperor has his first talk with, Kylo Ren, it was fine. I mean, nothing too special. I mean, all we got to see is, that I was excited for was Finn and Rey all together in the same scenes, because in The Force Awakens, it kind of makes sense why the three weren't in the same scene together. The Last Jedi, they should have been. So in this movie, they were. And their whole mission arc was to find an ancient Sith dagger so they can ultimately defeat Palpatine, because it was already announced by the time the thing I'm referring to, it's already been announced in this movie that Palpatine has returned. There has been a mole inside of the First Order. And the mole in the First Order that's trying to help the Resistance, his intention isn't exactly to help the Resistance. Is so he can, or they can, defeat the First Order, or defeat Kylo Ren. That's his only intention. I'm not gonna say who, but if you watch the movie, or watch the last two movies, you will have a pretty decent idea on who the mole is. I'm keeping some things luminous, whatever the proper term is, on purpose, because I ain't gonna spoil everything for you guys if you haven't seen the movie. Okay, and 2, I want to address Rey's parentage, because in The Force Awakens, they set up as if Rey was descendants of possibly somebody important. The second one, Kylo Ren said, yeah, they were nobodies. This one goes deeper into Rey's origins, and it turns out she is a Palpatine. When I found out, I was like, why is she a Palpatine? And with the help of Kylo Ren, she ends up killing Palpatine. And yes, Kylo Ren does die. Right before he dies, there's a Reylo scene that goes on for a few seconds. And it was so obvious that was going to happen, but I kept on saying, no, you do not kiss Kylo Ren, or now Ben Solo, because I do not want the Reylo's heirs to be proven right. Do not do that. And she did. In my head, I was like, what the frick? What the frick? Why? That was cheesy. And to top it all off, the very end, Rey goes to the Lars homestead. There's this old lady that so happens to travel by there. She says there has not been anyone ever around to take care of the Lars homestead in years, pretty much. Then this old woman asks, who are you? She says, Rey. Rey who? She looks by Luke and the Force Ghosts of Luke and Leia. And then she turns back to the old lady, and Rey says, I'm Rey Skywalker. Damn. I heard that from the rumors, or the leaks, but I was hoping with the last minute change up, that wouldn't have been true. And I was so mad that Kylo Ren died. Only because now the Skywalker bloodline is now gone. Yeah, Rey is saying I'm Rey Skywalker, continuing the Skywalker legacy, but in terms of the bloodline, the Skywalker family has died off with Kylo Ren. So I'm guessing what, that one simple kiss before Kylo Ren died, the mini chlorians transferred from him to her stomach, and next thing we know, hey, yeah, now this is Ben Solo, a Skywalker descendant. But I'm gonna keep the Skywalker name because my mom stole Luke Skywalker's last name. Let's speak about Luke Skywalker for a second. In this movie, I honestly liked what they did with Luke Skywalker. Supposed to the last movie, he was a grumpy old man. Was I was saying, okay, they have one more movie, change him back into like the hopeful Luke that we knew. I always said my one major complaint for Luke's character was his death. Granted, I still have that complaint after watching this movie, but thankfully they kind of reverted Luke back to how we knew. Cause yeah, like Rey almost tossed out the uh Skywalker lightsaber, but Luke caught it. Was like, okay, how that? Okay, how? But yeah, again, Yoda's able to like hit Luke on the nose in the Last Jedi. So, anyways, Luke catches the lightsaber. Said the lightsaber treated thing should be treated with more respect. I was so hoping Rey would say, "When I first met you, you did the exact same thing, Luke," and I was hoping Luke would acknowledge that and say, "Yeah, that was a dick move on me." So Luke pretty much tells her, "You gotta face your fears. That's part of the Jedi. You gotta face your fears. Go into the face your grandpappy." Leia knew, I knew that you were a Palpatine descendant. We just said nothing. And oh yeah, and the reason why I was staying here is because I was scared. On like Act 2, I was scared, and practically that's why I was an ass to you most of the time when you were doing your little training and me with my 3 lessons. So then, kind of jumping back, kind of into the final fight when Rey and Kylo Ren, or Ben Solo at this point, is down because the Emperor or Sidious force lightning both of them. We hear voices to Rey saying, "Get up." We hear like Qui-Gon Jinn's, Anakin Skywalker's, yes, Ahsoka Tano's, as the leaks reported, Luke Skywalker, and I'm pretty sure Leia. I couldn't tell if we could hear Leia, but some of the Jedi from the past called out to Luke, meaning Rey, saying, "Get up, gotta get up. Come on, Rey, gotta get up." And she got up, ultimately killed the Emperor, kind of retconning the whole chosen one being Anakin Skywalker. It turns out, yeah, he might have been the chosen one. So what is he? Did he manifest into Rey? Like, did he seriously manifest his being into Rey? Because I'm pretty sure there's only can be one chosen one, and that was Anakin. So unless if Anakin had somehow transferred his essence into Palpatine's son's child, like into his wife's womb, there was like no way there can be two people being the chosen one. How can that happen? So how can that happen? But I don't know. Hope I doubt if we get an explanation, it will be a good one. And oh yeah, I should explain. The reason why I'm in my Jedi costumes because I kind of did cosplay as a Jedi to the Rise of Skywalker. So now I get to say I cosplay as a Jedi to all 3 films in the sequel trilogy or Disney trilogy. whatever we're calling it now. And I got kind of got a pin. Couldn't resist. My first and only Star Wars pin that I got from the movie theater. But Lando was in there. I liked what they did with Lando. And yeah, they had Carrie Fisher as Leia re-edited scenes, and I liked what they did with her. And I liked how like she tried everything in her power to convert Kylo Ren back to the light side, and ultimately it kind of worked. I mean, essentially it used the last of her Force energy. So so Leia's dead. So the only person that's living from the original trilogy is Lando, C-3PO, R2-D2, and that pilot, that alien that we saw that was in the Millennium Falcon with Lando in the end, in the final battle of Return of the Jedi. So, honestly, there's so many things I wanted to talk about. I don't know how much I can talk with my phone's battery, because longer I make this video, the more it eats my phone's battery, and it will shut off on its own. And I will most likely make many videos here and there, talk about how I feel, like it specifically each part. But ultimately, I liked how they handled Luke. J.J. Abrams respected the character of Luke Skywalker, and essentially the characters he created in The Force Awakens, and Leia, more better than Rian Johnson did. And out of 10, I give this like about a 7. Because, like about a 7. Maybe it's 6 or a 7. Because if it wasn't for the ending being cheesy as hell, and the weird Reylo kiss, it would have been a 9 for me. And if Rey was a full-blooded Skywalker, it would have been a 10. But no, she had to be a Palpatine, which is... I don't know how I feel about that. I'll never be able to play as Rey in Battlefront 2 the same way ever again. And I will never be able to watch The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi the same way ever again. Like, literally, you had a Skywalker. You could have had her be a Skywalker and introduce Mary Jade into The Rise of Skywalker, but you chose to make her a freaking Palpatine. Why? Why? And then the ending. Why had it be so cheesy? I mean, yeah, her looking out the Tatooine's twin sons was okay, I guess. But her adapting the name Skywalker? Why? Definitely not the best Star Wars movie I've seen. Not the worst. Not the best conclusion of this trilogy. The Return of the Jedi was a better conclusion to the saga than The Rise of Skywalker, to be honest. I hate to say it, but I'm saying it. The Return of the Jedi is a better ending to the Skywalker story than The Rise of Skywalker, in my opinion. Even Revenge of the Sith would have made a better ending to the series than Rise of Skywalker, with how Revenge of the Sith ended. But, like, I'll get into more of like what I didn't like and more what I do like in separate videos. But as of right now, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. So, what have you guys seen the movie yet? What do you guys think about the movie? Leave a comment down below, and may the force be with us all, cause I need my mini chlorians in my brain to recharge. May the force be with us all.